As far as the landing page here, you can see I have my views. Again, like I stated, I'm landing in the service catalog, but this landing page can be whatever you as the FootPrints administrator want it to be for your users. You could have them land in the knowledge base. You could have them land in a view that shows them their tickets. Really, however you think is best for your customers. As you can see from a layout perspective, we tried to use some modernization, so we're using tiles so the end users can kind of dig in and find what they need. We're using tabs, okay, something that's very user-friendly, as well as when we go through here, you'll see breadcrumbs as well. So what we've tried to do is we've tried to make a very user-friendly and learnable interface so that your end users will adopt this, because as we all know, if the end users adopt self-service, it's going to help IT by reducing the number of calls into the help desk. Okay, end users are able to come in, they're able to go into the knowledge base, resolve their own issues, they're able to make their own service requests, no more calling the help desk for all of that. Okay, so now help desk can be freed up to work on some of the other proactive projects that they may need to work on. So we'll start with knowledge base. As you can see, I have two knowledge bases here. I have one for IT, okay, and I'm also leveraging another one for HR. So again, leveraging that workspace architecture so that my end users have access to both of these knowledge bases. You can see that the tile-friendly layout here, my end users can simply dig in to find the information that they need to resolve their issue. You can see I have mine laid out by different category types and subcategory types. So if it's a hardware issue, well, what type of hardware issue is it? If it's software, well, what type of software are you having an issue with, and so on and so forth. Okay, as user-friendly as possible. Once you do get into the knowledge articles, you'll see they are rich text articles. So end users will have the ability, or I'm sorry, the administrator will have the ability to embed web links and things of that nature. Okay. Again, with the HR knowledge base, you can have I'm posting here some HR FAQs. Okay, so the end users will have access to that as well. And then again, a very friendly and easy to use service catalog. So again, I'm leveraging that workspace architecture so that my end users have the ability to come in and submit requests for IT, facilities, and HR. So if I need some IT services, you can see I can dig in here. Again, posting a category to the end user, letting them dig in further and decide on what they need. Maybe you're leveraging standards for your mobile devices in your environment. Okay, you can direct your users to the self-service catalog to come in and request those mobile devices. So as you can see here, if I drill into mobile devices, I only have one here, and I probably should state that, like I said before, FootPrints has been out for a little less than a month, so I haven't fully built out this environment like I plan to. So you'll probably have a couple other options here. I only have an iPhone. But this will give your end user the ability to come in, choose the device that's right for them, the device they want. You can post back information to them so they can see different service levels, what's included, pricing information if you want. You can see here, I've stamped this as needs manager approval. So my end users know that, hey, you're not going to be able to come in here and just choose a mobile device and have it shipped to you. It's going to need approval. So we do have an approval engine within FootPrints, okay, and we can leverage that from the service catalog. So like this, if Eric Davis came in and requested this iPhone here, it's going to route for approval. Now, once they request the service, it's going to pre-populate the form. I could take this a step further and maybe ask the end user a question like, what service carrier do you want? Do you want Verizon or do you want AT&T? Are you going to be transferring a phone number? If so, what's that phone number? Okay, I can ask them some required questions here so I can gather more information so I can pass that on to IT while they fill this request. I'm going to go ahead and just save this request and submit for approval here. So this is now being routed for approval. In my environment, I'm routing it to this end user's manager. I'm also routing it to myself as the administrator, so I'll be able to have access to the approval when we log in as an administrator here. If I go back to the service catalog, you can see, again, I'm leveraging it for multiple business units in my organization. So if my end user needs some facility services, they can come in here as well, and they can request any services that facilities may perform, like temperature control or office space and office services. They can dive in here and they can request a new office. If someone's being promoted and maybe a new office needs to be prepared or a new chair, whatever services facilities may perform, they can be posted here as well. if an end user was to request one of these services, it would then be routed to my facilities workspace for facilities to work on that on that work order. You can see up here I also have my quick actions. So I've given my end user the ability to submit IT tickets, facilities tickets, and HR tickets, as well as the ability to bounce out to the company intranet here. So these quick action buttons up here can be, they can dive you into areas of the Footprints product, or they can actually take you out externally to websites. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you the new form. We'll only spend a couple more seconds in here as a user, and then we'll log in as an agent. So just to show you some of the new form capabilities within Footprints 12, I still have my quick templates. So as a Footprints administrator, if I want to build out some tickets with the more common incidents that come in, okay, what these quick templates will do is they'll pre-populate the form for the end user so that they can get it into the system quickly. As you can see in my environment here, because I do want my end users to adopt using self-service, because I know it's going to alleviate some of the calls coming into the help desk, I've given them a very stripped-down version of the form. So I want to make it as easy as possible. I want them to be able to get the information into the system quickly so that they'll come back and use it again. So we're going to go ahead and just submit a ticket here. I'll show you some of the things I did within my form. We're going to say printer jam. We'll keep it simple. So as you can see with my form, again, to try to make it as easy as possible for the end user, we all know within IT how we categorize issues. We typically categorize them by the type of issue, whether it's a hardware, software issue. But our end users don't really understand that if they're not technical. So what I've done here is I've given the end user the ability to just complete my sentence. So I'm having an issue with, maybe it's printing something with my machine, and with the dependent nature of our form, when I answer this question, it's going to spur another question. So I'm having an issue with my machine. It's specifically what type of issue, keyboard issue, monitor issue, whatever. We'll stick with our printing issue. So I'm having an issue printing something with specifically what, okay? And again, visualize this within your environment and how you can build it out to be best for your users. This is just how I've done it within my environment. Maybe your end users are more savvy and you can just go with categories, however you want to do it. I'm going to say this is an attached printer. And what's the problem? Well, I'm having a paper jam, okay? Based on the answers to these three questions, I'm now going to categorize this issue, okay? So you can see, based on the first question, I'm going to categorize it, and that way when this ticket is submitted to IT, it's going to automatically have the category populated, and it'll be routed to the appropriate IT function group to resolve the issue. Also down below, I've used some more common knowledge here, or common language, I should say, to ask the end user, does this just affect you? Does it affect everyone? Does it affect your entire department? Okay, and I'm using the answer to these two questions to prioritize this issue. So maybe this issue affects everyone, and are you capable of performing your job? Well, no, I'm not. Well, now we know we've got a critical issue, and this will be categorized, or I'm sorry, not categorized, this will be prioritized as a critical issue. So again, using common language to the end user to then prioritize these issues for IT. So to continue filling this out, am I the only one affected? Yes. Am I able to perform my job? Yes, but not as efficient as I could be. Okay, we give them the ability to put in a description here. Again, our description fields, as always, are rich text. And then if you want, you can give the end user the ability to add attachments as well. Okay, so hope you see here, very easy to use interface for the end users. Again, leveraging our portal concept, this interface can look however you want for the end user. You can have multiple portals, so maybe you have multiple different user roles and different capabilities as far as your users go. You can have as many portals as you want, and when that end user logs in, based on their role, they're going to see the portal that's been set up for them. Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and bounce out of our end user session here, and we're going to log in as an actual IT help desk agent. So you can see I was using Firefox for that session. I'm going to use Chrome now. Okay, so just showing that we can use multiple web browsers. Also, something I failed to show within our user interface, and actually I'll I'll minimize this and show that. We do have chat, so end users have the ability to leverage chat. They can utilize the chat function to identify any IT agents that are available in the product, so they can create a chat session and ask whatever questions they may need to ask. Okay, we'll go back to our IT agent session. So as you can see here, a totally different portal, because now I'm logged in as a help desk agent, okay, or help desk technician. I'm actually logged into our default portal, so we have a default portal, and again, I can have as many portals as I want for my IT help desk agents. I've actually created another one that I'll use here shortly, but just to show you some of the capabilities and some of the flexibility in these portals, you can see when I'm in here as a help desk agent, I've got the things that I might need to do, like create an incident, create a problem. My widgets over here are looking at functionality that I'm concerned with, so month to month, looking at life cycle of tickets, what was created this month versus a prior month, how many tickets by category. But also, maybe I'm not an IT help desk agent. Maybe I'm an HR manager or an HR employee. Okay, when I log in, I need different functions. So when I change my portal here, now with that said, let me go ahead and explain. You can see all the capabilities I have in the drop-down here. That's because I'm actually logged in as an administrator. So if I was logged in as a regular user, whether it's IT user or HR user or facility user, I'm only going to see what I have access to based on my role. So now I'm actually an HR personnel logged into the system. You can see I have a totally different portal. Okay, when I log in, I can see the HR FAQs. I can also see the HR cases that are open in my system, and my quick action buttons here are HR related. So a new case, maybe a new hire process, something bouncing me out to hrfaq.com, as well as I have some news feeds coming in from HR News and a little posting over here to keep me updated on what the company or corporate holidays are. Just to extend that further, maybe I'm a facilities employee. Okay, well again, I'm going to have different functions that I need to perform and different capabilities that I'm going to need to have access to. So when I log in as a facilities person, you can see again a different color scheme. So I've changed this color scheme on each one of these to show you the capabilities. Again, a different logo in each one. But when I log in as a facilities person, I now see all the facilities work orders that are in the system. I'm looking over here at a widget that shows different work orders by type. I've got a news feed coming in with tips of the day coming in from an external website. And then I've got my quick action buttons for facilities like creating a new work order. So completely customizable, again, can be leveraged throughout your organization. You're going to see that throughout the product as we go through today. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back. Again, you can see the layout changed on each one of these. So my widgets are up here this time. They were on the side before. I'm going to use a portal that I created that I prefer to use, which is called IT Service Desk. Okay, and this is set up the way I like it. And you do have that ability within FootPrints. If you do want your help desk agents to be able to customize their portal, you can give them the ability to do so. So I'm the type of person that I like to have quick access to everything I might need. So you can see I've got numerous tabs across the top. I've also got some quick access buttons. I'm in charge of producing new knowledge base articles. So I've got a quick action button here that's going to open up a new knowledge base article so I can populate it and get it into the system quickly. Now, first thing that our current FootPrints customers are seeing is the fact that now in version 12, I can see records for any workspace I have access to. And let me stress that. You can see here through this one view, I can see all the change management requests. I can see all the facilities work orders, all the HR requests. I'm only seeing what I have access to. So if I was a help desk agent and all I had access to was incidents and service requests, that's all I'm going to see in this view here. Okay, but if I do have access to other functions, I'm going to be able to see all that through one view. And this is definitely something that has come from customer feedback, and I think our current customers are really going to love this.